Which I'll just extend to my second last question. I happen to meet a lot of youngsters thanks to my training in various colleges, etc. In India. I happen to meet a lot of youngsters. And if I'm not mistaken, you also go to colleges, Xavier's recently. I think you went in Bombay and we had a talk, right? So they have curious eyes. Okay, they only see the surface of it. That is the jazz part of it, the screens and the money and the suits and the nightlife and the cars, right? It's good. It might motivate, it might inspire you. But there's a different level altogether, different league of hard work and perseverance and sweat, a lot of things that actually goes on. So what will you suggest to the youngsters? And I know for your workshops, correct me if I've not attended any of your workshops now, but I would love to come to Singapore and probably attend. But the point is, if in most of your workshops, the average age would be, most of them would be working professionals who might have a bit of experience in investment, right? You will rarely find the odd 19-year-old or 18-year-old, 21-year-old, but the Pune mein Arun baitha hai, the future Arun. You will probably not. Very rarely you will. But what I'm asking is, if there's a workshop which is full of 19-year-old guys, 21-year-old guys who are just going to finish their college or MBA, or curious eyes, and they want to make it big in the financial markets as a professional, having a career, or as a trader investor, what are a couple of things that you will tell them to do and not do?
First thing is, they are fortunate to be born in like India, where the country is growing. We probably would have the highest growth in the coming decade or so. And you guys are like so fortunate to be in your teens, 19, 20s. At this age, you can afford to do blunders. But once you enter the post arena of 30 and 35, you can't afford to do blunders because you would be binded with responsibilities, right? And since if you are starting fresh, obviously it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And you shouldn't be the cartoon character Johnny Bravo, where the foundation wasn't being laid. He would have this much of chest with tiny thin legs, right? So if the foundation takes time, just he gave a perspective of this Chinese bamboo tree, I mean, the Chinese bamboo tree, I mean, you pour the seed and it remains under the mud for 5 years. In the 6th year, it moves up like 90 feet. So we are actually talking about the real foundation, right? So take time, it's not like you need a lot of money. I mean, I started with $1,000 in the year of 15 and I was covered by business today at the age of 22 for making a lot of money. So obviously, at some point of a time, you need to make a start, right? So why not now? You have got the age, you have the sight, you have the right education, so just go open an account. It comes pretty easy and cheap and start to buy shares. The last time I bought, I've had 69 of United Spirits also. United Spirits and VAT 69, cost same, both are around $2,000. So the next time you tend to go for a liquor bottle, also buy a few shares of this United Spirits. Your contribution can actually propel United Spirits in the next league because it's been managed by the King Diageo. So who knows, United Spirits itself, that 2,000 rupees itself can catapult that money to the 20,000 leagues in the next 8-10 years. So make a start, put some of your, start putting some of your savings every month, and at one point of time you would be amazed, with the amount of money that probably you would have made.
So for me, there will be 2-3 things I'll tell them realistically. First thing would be that, they have done a lot of work to be there in the workshop because at least they know that it is important. Right. So that is something where a lot of things are covered. Yes. Second thing is, do not go by, okay, let me trade or let me do intraday or something and make money and then I will invest. There's no that future. That market is about temperament. You decide what you want to be. If you want to be a trader, traders make money. Be a trader, follow that approach. You want to be an investor, follow that approach. Don't try and mix things. Or even if you want to go for the mixed thing, remember that you want to go for the mixed thing. Yeah, so know what you want. Why are you here? That is very, very important. The third most important thing is that prepare to give something to the market. You have spent millions of rupees trying to get formal education, which would probably, I don't know, in a practical world, what would that help you except for broadening your horizons? Now, just be a little bit prepared to give something to the market. The problem is when you come to the market, you want to become a millionaire next day, or you want to double your money next day. Don't try that. Try and lose some money. Not like intentionally, but if it goes, think of it as a tuition fee that you are paying, right? And just understand how important it is to start at this age with whatever you want to do, because it's a basic compounding table and it works. It genuinely works. So you get that extra 2-3 years to make mistakes, to learn. When you are young, people like Arun, or people who are good investors, people like you would definitely meet these people. At 30, you'd probably think that, okay, how will it feel when I go and ask them, okay, meet me and teach me. So go, shout, reach them, try and know what they are doing. Just try and see what the secret mantra is, and you'll know that there's no secret mantra.
No, that's actually a very good point, because when I take these trainings, in my experience of last 12 years taking these classes, and at the age of 19, 18, someone is willing to learn about how to invest and trade, and definitely, yes, the youngsters actually at the age of 18, 19.
See, I personally could connect, just to interrupt you, like my age limit goes from 7 to 8 to 6. In my last birthday, and I got a call from a guy who had a pretty childish voice, and he called himself some Naresh also, and he was aged 7. And he was interested in markets. He was a blog reader. I got the shock of my life. Seriously, guy, are you really 7? Then, he conveyed the call to his dad, and his dad clarified that, yeah, actually his age is 7. Think about it. Obviously, he was like a Gujarati fellow. So, a Gujarati fellow of like 7, interested in markets. So, who am I? Who is he? Who is you? Like, these guys are the next Buffetts, and they may themselves be the next benchmarks,
And it's very good that they are born in a country like India.
Absolutely.
We are growing good and we are growing fast. Perfect.
And another thing which would be itching us is like, see, in every mohalla or gullies or the guy next door, they would be wannabe models or singers or cricketers or footballers, and why not stock markets?
Exactly.
Obviously, see, in today's time, every day the total volume of the market would be the north of 7-8 lakh crores. And everything is aligned to equities, right? You wear a shirt, you are using these things, the richest Indian or the richest global guy in the world. Obviously, all of their fortunes are tied to stock markets, right? And these guys would be giving that a skip.
Common sense.
Is that sane? I don't think so. So people come in markets, enjoy markets. This is something which would go on and on and on. And you would make a lot of money, that too tax-free. And just like yourself, who knows, maybe you can partner myself in the Vegas trip.